At some point back home in my country, I think I started to feel very restless about the direction my life was taking. At that point, I was studying chemistry in university, and it felt like I have to specialize in one tiny topic of this huge domain, and it felt like I'm losing all the world out there. I graduated, and then I really looked for something different, and I discovered One World Institute, which is, simply put, an alternative kind of school. My favorite part of this program here, I think it was the study period. It was life-changing in a way, and don't get me wrong, the travel period and the project period, they were mind-blowing and challenging, in that way that makes you really grow. I feel like it was in the study period when I started building this foundation for the traveling period and for the project period. It was during the study period when we were studying or discussing and debating and watching documentaries on topics like the connection between climate change and poverty, or extreme poverty, or lack of access to education. Before, I never went so deep into understanding the consequences of all these issues and how they harm people or how they affect even my life. But we went into these investigations, one in Iceland and one in Morocco, where the issues we were studying in theory, we saw them, we faced them, all these economical and political things. And then of course these issues, they became much more personal the moment when I went traveling for 3 months to Asia, volunteering in Zambia for 6 months. During all this time, I met these people who are suffering the consequences. All in all, the experience with One World Institute, I think it gave me context and it broadened my perspective. Even to such an extent that when I'm thinking about the subject I was studying back home, it's less abstract and much more relevant. Also, it made me feel in a way very small, but very, very powerful as an individual. And I think one of the most important things that I understood by joining this program was how much privilege I really have. I'm Carmen, I'm from Romania, and that's my story.